I'm starting sharing my screen.
Okay.
Once you can see my screen. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Fine. Today, what I was thinking of teaching is on the animation side of things. Okay, so but let me start this live over here. I'll just give a little bit of let's start. I was doing something here. Okay. So similarly, we'll do a lot of stuff over here. So, but let me show some. Not already. Little bit of notes before we start. Okay. So in CSS, there is something called animation by using which what we can do is that we can do a lot of kind of movement, lot of, kind of, if you remember two-dimensional, three-dimensional games are there. 3D games, obviously we can't develop using animation, but 2D games like our Bomberman was there, then Super Mario is there. So those kind of games that we were playing in the 90s and early 2000, those can be developed using animation. That is one thing. Second is using animation, a lot of progress, progress bar, spinners, and whatever. Right now in websites, latest or previous website also. Latest website, obviously we use a lot of 3D technology like 3Js, like Phaser. Then there is something called Polishes JS. Most in the framework we are using. But using earlier, what we were doing, we were using pure CSS, we were doing a lot of animations, games, and everything. Okay. So animation is a little tough. Why? Because it involves a lot of original concepts of CSS. Only when you master it, then only you can do good animation. That is the concept of animation. Okay. Now, using anyway, how we can do animation is through keyframes. That is one thing. Add it to the HTML element, you want to element. Yes. The syntax goes as for, so what are keyframes? Basically, if you know what is a frame, like kind of one image on top of another image, like how it is moving. So how we see data in our, in any screen is frame by frame. We see, right? One frame after the other frame. So that is the concept of frames. That is one thing, both in two-dimensional as well as three-dimensional. Three-dimensional space, either in the x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, we can, create different frames. Okay. There is a concept of pixels. There is a concept of frames. That those are separate concepts altogether. So when I'll be having taking a webinar on maybe WebGL or 3JS, on that day I will, or there are in React also, we are having React Fiber, React 360, all these things are there. So when I'm taking a webinar on that, then I'll be, teaching what are frames and what is pixel and how to, create these. Okay, let me create this. So those things I'll be teaching later. Okay. So not so, but the syntax goes as like this. Okay, keyframes, the name of the frame or name of the animation, and then from and to. So from is the initial state and to is the final state. Or you can use the percentage also. If if it is going from one position to another position to another position to another position, you can write 0%, 25%, 50%, 100%. That is, I'm dividing the particular animation into 4 different parts. Here it is 3 different parts. I can divide it into 4 different parts. Okay. Now these are the different properties, but looking at it, we might not understand much. While doing only, we'll understand. So let's go to the code and let's do something. Okay. This is, I'll just do everything from scratch. So in any HTML file, if you want to add some boilerplate code, just write exclamation, because there is a emit, there is a kind of intelligence or a extension that VS Code internally user is called emit, and I'll click exclamation and enter key or exclamation and shift plus tab. Then this snippet of code will get added. Okay. In the title, I'll be giving a little bit of, maybe I'll just write here animation. Okay. I just create a small div, and based on that, I will just write. We'll be utilizing our animation properties so that we know what are the animation properties used for and what different we can. Okay. Simple. I'll just create a div, and I'll just write here animation. Simple, nothing else. Okay. And I'll just write here maybe class as animation. Simple. And obviously, I'll be linking the style.css file over here. So I'll just write the style.css over here, which is already there, which I'll be just doing control and remove everything. Okay. Now let me have that open. Let me bring the next HTML here. And now when I open, there is nothing. Okay, any message. Now what we'll do is that some basic style will give. So let's give some basic style over here. So universal selector, padding is 0. Okay, margin is 0. And box, these are all in universal styles. Box as is 0. Okay, simple. Now to the body, I will just give a height of 100 VH so that it divides our viewport into 100 sections in the horizontally and gives us 100 VH, and width I'll give 100 VH. Okay. There are other units of using height and width. Percentage is also there, but this is what I use. Background color, let me give a background color of something else, maybe aqua I'll give. Okay. And so this is the background color right now. And what else we can give? A lot of other stuff also give, font size, font family, all this font weight, everything is there. I'll just let it not give all those stuff over here. I just simple write, I have to bring this animation to the center of the screen. I just write display flex. That is one thing. Flex direction is obviously the row, so no change in that. And then align items as center. Okay. And justify content as center. So horizontally and vertically, I am bringing everything to the center. Okay. If I save over here, this guy comes to the center. Now, what else is there? I'm having this, what is the name of this class is animation. Okay. Let me write here, lead with animation class. I'll just increase this guy font size to a little bit of higher side. Okay, 90 pixel I'll give. Okay. So it will be very large. That is one thing. Okay, let me bring this guy here. Okay. And font family, let it be maybe Times New Roman. Let's save over here. No change because that is the default. And font weight, a little bit of 800 pixels, 800 I'll give. A bit of heavy, okay. And text transformation, I just give uppercase so that everything will be in uppercase. Okay, this is nice. Now, let's do something through which we can learn the animation part. Okay, there are a lot of things in the animation. These are the different properties that we have to implement and learn that. Okay, this is how it behaves, right? So what I will do is simple. I'll just create a simple animation keyframe. Okay, any animation you have to do, you have to write here at keyframes. Okay, and then the identifier will be maybe animate, or maybe what I can do, move is what I'll do. Okay, so this move, so this will be the initial state from, and there should be something called to. So one initial state to final state we are moving. Now, if I move from the initial state, so I'm telling that, okay, initially, okay, let me not write this text. Let me have nothing. Okay, and it will not look anything. I mean, nothing will be visible. I'll just write here something, height and width, so that height maybe 200 pixel, and width as 200 pixel, some square image, so that it will be easier and will not bring everything to center where it went. Okay, so the reason it is happening because we have written everything to center. Let me remove this. We don't need this for now. Okay, and height width also not give, so that where is my, okay, background color I'll not give it. Okay, some background color I'll give. Background color is your, okay. And now if I add, so let me not add anything. Okay, let it be like this. Let's give a okay. So from the top, I'll just give 100 pixel. Okay, so that it looks very good. Now it is looking very nice. And let's give some border radius, so that there is a angled form of 5 pixel. Okay, okay, nice. Let me give some box shadow. Vijay, are you aware of little CSS?
Yeah, of course, of course. The thing is, because I have taught CSS, I
Okay.
do teach CSS also. So
Okay, okay, fine. So this is so 0.3. Okay. Little bit of shadow I get. Okay, now this is looking good, right? So let me decrease the size also so that we have a smaller one. And I don't want to, or we can, simple extend it. Can just make this smaller one, smaller. Okay, now it is perfect. So now, and a little bit of more thing I have to give is margin. Maybe let me 2%. Okay. Okay, now we're ready. Now what I'm telling is, I will use this particular animation is what I'm telling. So I'll just animation of move is what I'm telling. And I'm telling that, okay, you do the animation for some certain time. Animation duration is maybe 5 seconds. Okay. Is what I'm telling. But till now I've not written anything. No animation. So I'm telling that initially, so transform, you're aware of the transform property?
Yeah.
Okay. So transform I'm doing and translate in the x direction. Or I can write simply like maybe 1000 pixel. By default, it will take 1000 pixel. So initially, I don't want anything; it will be 0. But next, what I want is I want it to move to my right. Okay, 1000 pixel. So when the animation start, now when I say over here, it will move to 1000 pixel. Okay, so let me start again. It will simple move to 1000 pixel. Okay, now I'm telling that, okay, and it comes back initially to the initial position. Okay, so what I want to is, I don't want to, so I want this particular movement to happen infinite times. So in that case, I'll just write here animate, animation, maybe timing function, let me write here linear so that it will happen. So there are a lot of other timing functions like in transform, we are having the, sorry, in transition timing function are there. Similarly, in animation also same timing function, ease in, ease out, ease in, out, linear, all these things are there. Okay. And animation iteration count is there. So this animation iteration count, I'll just write infinite, means it will happen infinite times. That is one thing. So if I say over here, so it will go to 1000 pixel, again it will do. So this is infinite times it will be doing this animation, proper animation. But I want it to animation. So to write here animation. What I want is a duration, name, delay. Okay, delay you can give direction. Okay, direction can be alternate. Normal means what it, right now what is happening is normal. Reverse will come to the reverse. But if I do alternate means it will happen every time. And it will happen every time and it will come back to its position and it will do again. Like this it will happen. It will go back, come to the original position and it will go again. Okay. So this is called alternate and it will happen for infinite. This will happen for infinite times. Okay. But this is only in one direction. And that too, one is a initial state, one is a final state is what I'm having. Okay. So right now what I'll do is, this much you understood, Vijay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
So
much. I'm in tune. Don't worry. I'm comfortable.
yeah. So this is initial to final state. We did only two states. Now what I'll do is that I'll just change the states over here. I'll just tell 0% is the initial state, and in middle I want 25%. That means one at the 25% level. So in that case, what I'll do is I'll not move in the x direction. So I am saying that okay, I'm moving in the x direction, but I want to move in the y direction also. I want to move in the y direction also 500 pixel. So maybe I'll just do write 100% and I'll show you how it will behave. So now it is going diagonally because I have said that, okay, I want in the x direction 5000 pixel and in the y direction 500 pixel. That's the reason it is going diagonally right now. Okay. Now, if I don't want to go diagonally, so suppose this should be the 1000 pixel over here, and I'll just write here 50 in the 50%, I mean 50% of the image. That means out of 5 seconds, till 2.5 seconds, it was to do, believe, I mean, it do in this manner. Then I'll tell that, okay, Next, for next 100%, when it is finished, what I'll do is I'll tell that, okay, you just move, translate in the y direction, and the 500 pixel. Now, what it will do is that it will go, you see how it will change now. Now it is with 1000 pixel, then it is coming to, okay, this is happening because I think, okay, why it is happening like this? Okay, let's understand this. So it will go to original position. So now it is 0 pixel. At 50%, it is going 1000 pixel. Then it is going to at this position, right? That means translate y is happening. So if I want to come here, then I want to write here translate, and I have to write here 1000 pixel. Sorry, 0 pixel here, and then let's see how it behaves. What is happening here? Okay, it is going to 1000 pixel, it is coming back, which means that our syntax error is that we have to write like this. I'm just giving different options over here. So if I say this, so now why it is going in this manner? Because I've written here in X direction also. So till 50% it is coming 1000 pixel on the right. Then it is going below because I've written here. When it is 100%, I've written here the X direction should be 1000 pixel and the Y direction should be 500 pixel. Okay. Now if I just change this instead of alternate, if I just do reverse. If I say over here, what will happen? It will start from the 100%. From here, it will start. It will go here and it will come here. Okay. Okay. Let me write here. This much clear, right?
Yeah.
Now, if this much is clear, let's do some cool animations now.
Okay.
Okay, where is animations? Okay, animations, driving a car and bike is word, floating text, rotating loader effect, rotating loader effect. What is this one? Okay, so let me do the floating text first. Then we'll go to a couple of things. There are a lot of projects I've done, but I'm not remembering what I've done. Okay. So
Okay.
what I will do is that here only we'll do some modification so that we create a floating text kind of thing, right? So I'll just write here floating text. Okay, let me say over here. And then what I will do is, so let's see how it's looking right now. Obviously, it will not look good because a lot of things we've done, right? So what I will, okay, the floating text is also moving. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, so what we'll do is, I want to just so here what I have to do is this width shouldn't be there, let it be there. Display flex. Yeah, and flex direction should be row. That is correct. And align item center, so that I want to bring this guy to the center so that I can show that. And justify context. Let's say this. So it is moving right now, but I don't want it to move. Okay. Background color is this. I don't want any background color. Yes, I don't want any background color. I don't want any height width. Save over here. Okay. I don't want any box shadow. But it is moving because the animation is there. Now it is looking good. One is text align. Let me do text align of center. Now this is what we want, but we don't want the animation to be a moving kind of animation. I want it to be a rotating kind of animation. So what I will do is that initially I'll just do a rotate of rotate of 0 degree. Okay. I don't want everything. This 50% can remove it. And final will be, okay, so initially I can make it 30 degree to the right, right? In the x-axis 30 degrees. So in the x-axis it will turn like this, okay, 30 degree. And in the in the finally it will be something like this. So minus 30 degree. Let's say. So it will be like this. So it is rotating initially 30 degree. So basically this is the x-axis, right? So on the x-axis it is rotating like this 30 degree. Then again it will rotate 30 degree. On the minus 30 degree, that means in the negative x direction. Okay, this one understood? How I did?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quite clear. Now, this is one of the, let me show nicely. So in many websites, you can see this kind of animation where something is moving, maybe sales or anything. When someone want to sell something, just create an interest among the customers. Okay, that is one thing. Next was, yeah, now I remember what I was doing. So next one was this floating texture over. Now there is a rotating loader effect. Okay, rotating loader effect is something like this, that I am having something which need to rotate, right? So in that case, I just need to remove this text altogether again. Okay, and we have to bring back our white color div again. So in that case, I have to give again the height bit. Okay, let me give a height of 100 pixel and width of 100 pixel. Okay, simple. Now when I say over here, I don't see anything because I don't have a background color and everything. So background color will be has a white. Okay. So now this is there. So now I don't want this animation. I want a kind of a flip-flop kind of animation, right? So for flip-flop kind of animation, what I have to do is I have to rotate initially 180 degrees. So it will be like this. So initially it will be 0 degree. Then when it is 50%, sorry, when it is 50%, I want to rotate it to 180 degree. Okay. By default, this is in the x direction. Okay. And in the y direction, rotate. Let me write here x properly. So in the x direction 0 degree, 50%, when it is 50% x direction 180 degrees, that means it will rotate like this. And in the y direction, I don't want anything. So I just write here 0 degree. Okay. And when I'm completing it 100%, then the transform will be something like this. So rotate. So it is rotating 180 degree, right? So I just want to rotate it in the y direction again. So I'll just write here, this can be 0, not 0 degree. And this can be rotate in the y, I want it 180 degree. 180 degree. When I say over here, so in the x direction it is rotating, and then in the y direction rotating. I think what is happening right now is not what I'm expecting. So let me write something here and just write here rotate so that we see how it rotating. Oh, it is becoming too big. Okay, anyway. So 180 degree, that is okay. And then it is going in the y direction, it is rotating. Okay. So 180 degree in the x-axis, then in the y-axis 180 degree, it is coming back because we are written alternate. Right? So this is okay. We can just modify it. so that it will look good. Okay, let it should be, I think, in the now 180 degree in the x-axis. Yeah, this is what I wanted. Okay, correct. Now, if you want to fast it up, we have to just write in 2 seconds, it will complete it. So it will be faster. Clear, right, Vijay? This one?
Yes, boss.
Okay. Now there are a lot of things are there. We can do it. But yeah, these are
Yes.
simple kind of animations. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Next, what is there? Okay. Driving a car and bike. Okay. So this we have to do from scratch because there are a lot of things over here.
Okay, no issues. Can you just
Hmm.
do you have any assignment sort of things like what will do that? Any case
Uh,
studies, any simple case studies like
Not in webinars.
not in webinars?
Okay.
Okay.
But what you are expecting?
No, that's what I just expected. Like this webinar, like it'll be on similar lines, like
No. So this not on similar lines. So generally what I do is generally what I do is today's is animation. Uh,
uh-huh.
Last week so it was complete website I did. One complete website I did for both desktop, tablet, and mobile view.
Okay.
So this is on Saturday we do only HTML, CSS, JavaScript related, jQuery related stuff. On
Acha,
Sunday we
okay.
do only on React.
Uh-huh.
So Saturdays, was animation. Last week was that, and previously I was teaching on interview questions.
Okay.
Interview question. A lot of interview questions are coming. All complex interview questions on CSS and JavaScript that I was doing. So every time the concept changes. Every week the
Mhm.
concept is different, so that people will get have that interest
Yeah.
in attending every day, every time. Today, this week,
Okay.
a lot of holidays are there, so maybe that's the reason. Okay. Anyway, next is this particular
Just one thing, say to get into your other classes, what you said, you need some preparatory work to be done, right? Like
I'm sharing my screen again. Okay, so to do this car animation, so what we have seen these car kind of games, right? So where the background will be moving and the car will be moving at White City or something. If I'm forgetting, in the 90s and early 2000 we were playing those. And best example is Super Mario, where the background moves and Mario moves. So we think that Mario is moving, but actually Mario is not moving. Mario is there at the same point only, but only the background moves. Those kind of games when we were doing something like this. Okay. So for that, I think I have to remove everything. Let me think. Let these things be there. I think I don't need any of this stuff because we have to attach a image. I don't want to move this center display and everything is there. I don't want these things. I don't want anything. Okay, nothing. I don't need body itself, but let it be there. So now what I'll do is let me save and let's see how it looks. Nothing is there, completely blank. This one is there, it is moving. Okay, anyway, so this one also will remove. Oh, let me save this guy. Nothing is there right now. Now what I'll do is that I will just have the background. Let me add the background image. Okay, URL. So I'll just move over here. Dot slash. That is there, yeah. CSS animation creative examples. Slash. Okay, this is not the right one. Let me check where it is there. CSS animation creative. Okay, here it is there, right? So how to refer that person? Because the space this tab is getting it. Okay.
okay.
or I'll just bring it up here. That will be easier. So let's take these three guys. Control C. Nice. So now I'm having everything here. My local project is slash city. So now when I paste over here, you will see nothing is visible. Okay, so why it is not visible? I don't know, I touched it. It is the class animation. It's there. Okay. Okay, this is there. So why it is not visible? Okay, let's check why it is not visible first. Body. Okay, okay. I might have given something. Okay, let's give the height width so that it will be visible at least. Height 100 VH. Width plus 100 VW. Still it is not coming. And here I have to give height 100%. Yes. Okay. So now it came, but I don't want this kind of animation. Okay, now we have to change the animation not in this manner. So I'll just write here from, and I'll just write here 2. And I don't want this guy. And I don't want the animation to be a transform. I'll just do a background. Position. So basically, I'm just changing the background position from bottom left to position. So from left, because something should come from, it should be there on the left. And initially when...
Sanath, just 1 minute, I'll be back.
Sure, sure. So bottom left to bottom right. Okay. Now when I say, what happens is that this particular image is moving, but it is happening alternate. Okay, which I don't want it. Let me show it over here. Yeah, so it is going left and then coming right, right? So I don't want that. I don't want this guy, this thing. I want to make it in one direction only, so it will not be alternate. It will be only forward, or it will be normal, right? So it will be going from left to right. So slowly it will move from left to right, but this iteration count will be infinite. That is okay. This is very good, but it is not working as expected. So which means that iteration count will be infinite. Linear, and this is infinite. Just do that. Okay. Okay, now what I want is I just want to place a car over here. It is looking not as how I was expecting, but let's complete as of now whatever we are having. So let's have this char, and I'll just write here car, and I will just write the height and width of this guy. If I say save, there will be big car over here, which I don't want to be there in the bottom. I want to have that car somewhere here so that it looks like a movie. So I'll come over here and I'll just tell, okay, dot animation of car. So that car should be having a height of very small height, like 400 pixel cross 400 pixel cross width of 500 pixel. Okay. Oh, I will take car. I will write an image. Okay, it looks like the car is flying, but we don't want to be looking like that. So I'll just give a position of absolute so that we can absolute. So let me give a top of 500 pixels so that it goes down. Okay, and where is it right now? It is there at a correct position, but little up it should be, right? So which means that bottom 30 pixel. Okay. So 30 pixel. Okay. Or we can reduce from here also. Perfect. And it is not looking good. Ideally, this background image shouldn't have a car. I did not get any proper image. So I just took this image only. But basically, what we have to do is we just need to move this to a little bit on the right side. All right, some 50 pixel more. Anyway, let's see how it looks right now. Yeah, that's okay. It's looking good. Not like how I was expecting, but it's okay. So basically, this particular image will go move down, and this will look that it is moving ahead, right? This is what we can do this using animation using other libraries. So in one more webinar I will do on 3JS, where I'll be using WebGL and 3JS to do these animations. But those will be three-dimensional, kind of games that we're doing, right? All temple run, all kind of games. Those will be developing in one of the webinars. So then, but this is only a simple animation. Okay, only the image is moving back, and this is moving ahead. Okay. Hope you understood, Vijay, little on animation part.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'll stop sharing and